Nico to Colorado? Pump your brakes on that one because I don't see it happening. Coach Prime spoke out on it today in regards to the rumor that was going around by, looks like a parody account, that Colorado is in the Nico market. So let's dive into that. Plus, the Buffs yesterday picked up a big-time offensive tackle. We talked about Sincere Brown earlier today, but we got to talk about this big-time offensive tackle that the Buffs have picked up to secure and solidify the offensive line. So let's dive into that here on the Prime Time for College Football. Thank y'all for pulling up. Make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We would love to have you join this family talking Coach Prime, Colorado, ball all day, all the time. So as y'all saw, the drama that went down over the weekend mainly started Friday night with Pete Nakos reporting that Nico Iamaleava, actually it's Thursday, that Nico and his camp was asking for more money from Tennessee. Well, it sounds like those negotiations didn't go well. He did not come to practice on Friday and submitted paperwork Friday evening to hit the transfer portal, in which this is where you see this massive piece populate. And because of that, the Tennessee decided to let him go ahead and go. Well, he's going to be one of the top coveted players in the transfer portal. And a rumor was, of course, going around that Colorado had some interest. And so when that rumor decided to populate, it was from, like I said, it was from a satire account that I saw. Let me see. I think it was a Mr. Richard West is the name of the guy. I don't know. It was pretty ridiculous when I saw it myself. But he posted up that Nico was talking to 3 teams. The 3 teams that were rumored to be communicating with Nico is Oregon, Ohio State, and Colorado. Yes, that was the rumor that's floating around. Well, Coach Prime saw that earlier today, and someone mentioned that, man, you ain't coming to Prime with that mess. There's no way that he's going to allow that. And Coach Prime, of course, responded back, fake news, not happening, not true, God bless, we good. So in other words, Colorado ain't about that drama life that's going to come from picking up a player like Nico Iamaleava. And so even with the quarterback situation there, with the battle between Caden Salter, Juju, Lewis, and even Ryan Staub, who's right behind there, we should have known that Colorado was not about to be any way concerned about taking another quarterback. The Buffs are good in that spot. I think that with the 2 that they have, those 2 can do a great job of leading them very far in the Big 12, because, I mean, the Big 12 is very competitive. But I think the Buffs have a good chance of repeating at 9 wins with the Salters or even a Lewis leading the way. So I'm not too worried about that. But let me know what y'all think. Nico to Colorado, would that even make sense? Even with the things that are set up? Definitely want to hear from you all. Well, let's also jump into Colorado making a big splash in the transfer portal. Yes, a massive splash. The Buffs have picked up another tackle in Xavier Hill. He comes from Memphis. Now, the cool thing about him being from Memphis is he was an all AAC first team all conference tackle, and he had over 916 snaps during the season and graded as their best overall player on both sides of the ball per Pro Football Focus. He had an 86.4 pass blocking grade and an 81.6 run blocking grade. And he only saw 3 penalties over the 13 games that he played. So he played all year, 6'4", 318 pounds of man. Xavier's a big boy. And he committed yesterday, so I missed that one while I was out and about. But he dropped the graphic showing that he is committed to the Buffs. And that's, of course, another massive pickup for what we all know Colorado is trying to do. And as we know, Coach Prime is out here trying to make some magic happen for this squad and build up a elite elite offensive line. So you can add Hill. He's actually a plug and play. Xavier Hill's a plug and play dude. You put him out there right there next to Jordan Seaton as your 2 bookend tackles. Mena Tamani is another one that's, he's going to be battling it with Hill, but Hill comes in with those high rankings. Man, you put yourself in a really good position. Even with Phillip Houston, you still got a really good position when it comes to the offensive line and growth. Bringing in a lot of, offensive line help to really shore that up. That way, Caden Salters as well as Juju Lewis have themselves some good protection. But at 6'4", 318, man, and the fact that he graded so high in the AAC and the way he played, I think Hill's going to end up being one that will walk in and start. He originally was an SEC player, played at LSU, and then he transferred in and went over to Memphis. So you add him with the transfers, like I said, with Mana Taimani, you got Xylon Chrysler, you got Zarian McGill, as well as Aki Ukumbuyi. The offensive line has been really redone here in the spring. And the good thing is they're here in the spring. That way now they can try to integrate them today, get them boys up and running. So let me know what y'all think. Definitely want to hear from you all in the comments. How y'all feel about the Buffs adding these additional linemen and building something special? Definitely want to hear from you all. All right. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, join the family. Talking all Colorado ball here, as you all know. So let's make the magic happen. And we'll drop some more stuff in regards. We got spring ball coming up soon, so we'll talk more about that. And, what the battles look like. You bringing in a player like Hill here in the spring, could be a game changer going into next season. So him and Sincere Brown over the last 2 days, massive pickups for the Buffs. But yeah, we'll dive into that later. We'll talk soon.